Mikel Arteta shares injury update on Bukayo Saka and 4 others ahead of crucial clash with Liverpool. Ahead of what many are calling Arsenal's biggest match of the season so far, Mikel Arteta has provided a key update on the squad's injury situation. The Gunners are set to face Liverpool at Anfield this Sunday, and with both teams looking strong early in the Premier League campaign, all eyes will be on this high-stakes showdown. Speaking to the media, Arteta gave some much-needed clarity regarding several players who have been sidelined or in doubt. Despite their perfect start to the season, and impressively not conceding a single goal, Arsenal have had to manage without a few key figures and still have unresolved business in the transfer market. Among the most pressing concerns is Kai Havertz, who recently underwent knee surgery. Arteta, who had remained tight-lipped about the situation until now, confirmed. "I think it'll be a matter of weeks, hopefully not months," he said. "It's really unfortunate. This is part of our profession, but losing another player for several weeks is tough." Bukayo Saka, who picked up an issue in the match against Leeds, has been ruled out temporarily, although Arteta was quick to ease concerns. "Bukayo's doing better, but he'll be out for a few weeks," he explained. "Luckily, he won't need surgery. It's not as bad as the last time, just an unfortunate incident where he had to exert a lot of force and change direction quickly. He felt something immediately." As for captain Martin Odegaard, there's still uncertainty. "We don't know yet. He hasn't trained. If he does, it'll be tomorrow. There is something there, but we're hopeful he can manage it." Ben White is also a doubt after coming off during the match against Manchester United and has yet to return to training this week. Similarly, Christian Norgård has been absent from recent sessions, and their availability remains up in the air. "We're not sure yet," Arteta admitted. "We'll assess both of them tomorrow and give them every chance to be available." The match between Arsenal and Liverpool kicks off at 4:30 p.m. UK time on Sunday, August 31st. Full coverage will be available on football.london, starting with our live blog 4 hours before kickoff. These injury setbacks couldn't come at a more delicate time for Arteta, with Arsenal aiming to maintain their momentum in a season filled with high expectations. The trip to Anfield is never easy, and facing a Liverpool side under new manager Arne Slot adds an unpredictable edge to the encounter. Slot's team may have picked up a win in their opener, but defensive vulnerabilities were exposed, conceding 4 goals in just 2 matches. Still, Liverpool's attacking threat, especially at home, remains one of the most dangerous in the league. Arsenal, on the other hand, have looked solid at the back, but the potential absence of key creators like Odegaard and Saka could affect their ability to control the midfield and create chances in the final third. The fitness of Ben White, a cornerstone in Arteta's defensive setup, is also a growing concern, especially with the pace and intensity expected from Liverpool's frontline. For the fans, there's a mixture of anxiety and hope. Social media has been buzzing with speculation about lineups, potential tactical shifts, and whether rising talents like Emile Smith-Rowe or Fabio Vieira could step up if called upon. There's also curiosity around how Gabriel Jesus will be managed. Though he hasn't featured yet this season, the Brazilian is rumoured to be close to a return and could be named on the bench. Meanwhile, Arsenal's medical staff are under pressure to get players back to fitness quickly, without risking long-term setbacks. With a packed schedule ahead, including Champions League fixtures and high-stakes domestic clashes, squad depth will be tested to the limit. Despite the concerns, Arteta remained positive in his press conference, highlighting the resilience and unity within the squad. "We've shown already this season that we can adapt. Players have stepped up, and we believe in every single one of them. This weekend is another big challenge, but it's also a big opportunity." Fans around the world will be watching closely as Arsenal look to make a statement at Anfield, a ground where results haven't come easily in recent years. But with title ambitions on the line and a growing belief in this evolving squad, Sunday's showdown promises drama, intensity, and a real test of character. Stay tuned for live updates, team news, and full post-match coverage on football.london, as we bring you everything from the build-up to the final whistle in one of the most anticipated matches of the Premier League calendar. 6 key players could miss Arsenal versus Liverpool after mixed injury updates raise hopes and concerns. As Arsenal and Liverpool gear up for massive Premier League showdown at Anfield this Sunday, both clubs find themselves navigating very different injury landscapes, and the outcomes could play a pivotal role in one of the season's most anticipated fixtures. The 2 title contenders have started the campaign on contrasting notes. While Arsenal have cruised through their first 2 matches with clean sheets and control, Liverpool's victories have been far more chaotic, requiring late goals and exposing cracks in their backline. Yet, both sides come into this game with something to prove, and with fitness concerns looming large. For Arsenal, the injury to Bukayo Saka during the 2-0 win over Leeds United came as a worrying blow. However, Mikel Arteta sought to reassure fans during Friday's press conference. No surgery needed, he confirmed, and it's not as bad as the last one. It was just an intense action, a moment that demanded full power from him. He had to change direction quickly, and that's when he felt something. Unfortunately, he'll be out for a few weeks. While Saka is officially ruled out of the trip to Anfield, there's more optimism around club captain Martin Odegaard. The midfielder picked up a shoulder issue but hasn't been ruled out entirely, though Arteta couldn't give a definitive answer. "We still don't know," he admitted. "He hasn't trained yet. If he does, it'll be tomorrow. He's doing absolutely everything he can to be ready, and so are we, but we'll have to wait and see." Meanwhile, the news surrounding Kai Havertz is more sobering. Arsenal confirmed on Thursday night that the German midfielder had undergone surgery. "It'll be weeks, but I don't know how many months," Arteta said. "It's really unfortunate, especially after he had recovered so well from the previous injury. He had never been injured before, and now this. It's part of our profession, but losing another important player for weeks is tough." Still, it was the right call. The medical advice was clear, and he understood that this was the fastest and most effective way to deal with it. The Gunners could also be without defenders Ben White and Christian Norgard, who both missed recent sessions. There's still hope, though, that one or both could make the squad. "Those two, we still don't know," Arteta explained. "Tomorrow's a key day. We'll see how they respond and whether they can be involved." On the other side, Liverpool manager Arne Slot is also facing a selection puzzle. The Reds came away with a dramatic 3-2 win over Newcastle earlier this week, but it came at a cost. Jeremy Frimpong was absent and is not expected back until after the international break due to a thigh issue. Midfielder Alexis Mac Allister also missed the Newcastle game, but Slot provided a cautiously positive update. The good news is Connor Bradley trained all week. Mac Allister is back in training as well. So, no new injuries. Virgil van Dijk is fine too. Van Dijk, who took a reckless challenge from Anthony Gordon during the Newcastle clash, has also been given the green light to feature, while Bradley made a brief return after being sidelined since late July. As both managers weigh their options and wait on final fitness tests, one thing is clear: this game could be decided not just by tactics and talent, but by who makes it onto the pitch in the first place. With potential absences of key players on both sides, squad depth and adaptability will be put to the ultimate test. With kickoff set for 4:30 p.m. UK time on Sunday, fans can expect a fiercely contested, emotionally charged match at Anfield, one that could shape the early narrative of the title race. Stay locked in with Football.London for full build-up, confirmed lineups, and live match coverage starting 4 hours before kickoff. With uncertainty surrounding as many as 6 first-team players, the tactical dynamics of this high-stakes clash could shift significantly. Both Mikel Arteta and Arne Slot may be forced to adjust their game plans, relying on depth, youth, and perhaps even a touch of improvisation. For Arsenal, the absence of Bukayo Saka, arguably their most influential attacking outlet, is a major blow. His ability to stretch defenses, create chances, and score in big moments has been pivotal. With him ruled out, all eyes turn to who might step in. Reece Nelson and Fabio Vieira are two likely candidates, while Leandro Trossard could also be shifted into a more advanced role, offering versatility and experience on the wing. If Odegaard is also unavailable, Arsenal could see a reshuffle in midfield. Emile Smith-Rowe, still working his way back to full fitness, may be handed a rare opportunity to start. Alternatively, Thomas Partey could be pushed slightly further forward to allow Declan Rice to anchor the midfield. The absence of Kai Havertz also complicates matters, as his ability to play between the lines and connect play had begun to add balance to Arteta's evolving system. Defensively, the fitness of Ben White is critical. His absence would likely force Takahiro Tomiyasu into the starting 11, a capable option, but one that slightly alters Arsenal's attacking transitions from the back. Norgard's situation remains uncertain, though with Mohamed El-Neni and Jorginho available, Arsenal still have cover in central areas. Liverpool, meanwhile, are cautiously optimistic about Alexis Mac Allister's return, which would be a significant boost to their midfield structure. The Argentine offers technical quality and composure under pressure, something they'll need against Arsenal's high press. If he doesn't make it, Dominic Szoboszlai may shoulder even more responsibility alongside Curtis Jones and Wataru Endo. Jeremy Frimpong's absence continues to frustrate Liverpool fans, especially given the speed and directness he brings to their flanks. In his place, young Connor Bradley could feature again after making his long-awaited return, but throwing him into a game of this intensity would be a bold call from Slot. Beyond the technical decisions, the emotional stakes are sky-high. Fans are anxious, not just because of the injuries, but because this match carries serious implications for the title race. A win at Anfield would be a statement of intent for Arsenal, who haven't always performed well there in recent years. For Liverpool, it's a chance to prove they're not only rebuilding, they're contending. The media buzz has only intensified. Pundits have debated whether this weakened Arsenal side can handle the Anfield pressure, while former players have called on the likes of Trossard, Smith Rowe, and Gabriel Jesus, if fit, to rise to the occasion. And there's the bigger picture. The international break looms right after this match. Any player who pushes too hard might aggravate an injury and be sidelined for even longer. It's a delicate balancing act for both managers, risk versus reward, short-term needs versus long-term fitness. Sunday's match won't just be about goals. It'll be about grit, resilience, adaptability, and perhaps most of all, belief. For both Arsenal and Liverpool, it's not just a test of squad depth. It's a test of character.